Carl.
Hello, this is the Wolf Lodge edition of Danganronpa.
We are extremely exhausted.
Oh, it's gonna just be the best type of streams ever.
You wouldn't believe it, but water actually makes you tired.
Weird, right?
Who knew?
Yeah. We're gonna see if we have space. I'm pretty sure we do.
Let's hope so. Let's see. I have on this PC 36.1 gigabytes. That seems pretty good.
Plenty.
I got that money. Alrighty. I don't remember what this was, so.
Wait, that was.
We're gonna look back a little bit. Oh yeah, the body announcement.
Yeah.
And then I guess I felt like we already read this, but here we are.
Yeah.
I might go downstairs anyway around 10.
Okay.
Get one more water for the road.
Alright.
Alright. Just a higher pitched voice, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I was about to do it, but I just imagined higher pitched and I was just like, fire! Too much fucking Smash watching.
Sakura-chan. Sakura-chan. 死んじゃったの?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body.
We didn't make it in time. It happened again.
Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again.
I need to examine Sakura's body.
Otis stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there, unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long. I got everyone.
What? Ogre?
Wait, which voice is that?
It is... Oh, it's Leon.
Oh, okay. That's actually pretty good. Oh, I hate it. Well, so she's dead, huh?
I'm taking the liberty of every time Genocide Jill talks to leave with like an MLG air horn.
Helping.
Yeah. Sakura's been killed. I see.
As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say?
Oh, sorry, I'm new.
Right.
No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room. It was one of you! Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, one of you killed Sakura!
What? You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation.
I don't need to investigate anything. Because you hated her. You hated the sight of her. One of you did it. I know it.
You know it. Oh, never mind. Jeez, I didn't know your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What are you doing here?
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer. That's right, it's the next Monokuma file!
Oh my god! Oh, get the camera!
And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, With that,
Hold on. There's something I want to ask you.
Huh?
Huh?
It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura?
아니야.
Huh? Huh?
Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
그 말이.
Then I killed her?
응?
Sorry. Not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that, saved me the trouble of having to go through our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a demon like that. I gotta tell ya, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she violated the rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blackened is this time, I owe you one.
Oh god. Oh lordy. You owe them one.
Let's see, before you get all pissy potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What the hell? Oh, I should probably not in case the Walter thing. Oh,
That's fine.
he owes them one? I hate him! I hate this whole thing! Trying to be a little funny that way.
Nah, that's fine, I don't care. Well, I, for one, I'm glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind after all.
How can you say that now?
Because I'm Jim Kisaragi incarnate. Also, sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
I wonder who voices him in the anime. Now that you mention it.
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let her decide who will stand guard this time.
I'll do it. Hina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you. Me. You're always a thorn in my side. This time just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order.
Order?
Fine. I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we?
Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say.
Which is...
Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What? One of you killed Sakura! I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her!
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate.
I don't care what you say, I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her! Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here!
Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise? I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me.
What?
You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid, fast, new fantasy-evolving master anyway!
And you, Hero. Do you really object? If you're gonna kill that far, what can I do? I mean, I'm gonna live forever! I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care? Because I'm gonna live forever! He's gonna be ass Dan from now on. He's gonna be ass Dan for the session.
But the worst part is that he really will live forever.
You know I'm gonna live forever.
決まりだ。
Then it's decided.
何言ってんの？
Nothing's decided.
落ち着いて。
I know how you feel. We should agree to his request.
But
ね
We have to find out who killed Sakura.
え、そう。
For those of us still alive, to honor Sakura's memory.
fine. I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her.
Naturally. Who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
ね
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
え。いいわね。
all of us face execution. Well, not all of us.
Well, not all of us?
Well, I mean, the black one gets free.
Oh, yeah, right, sorry.
I think that's exactly
But, like,
that's exactly the killer's game too. They're not taking the time to frame someone. They're just trying to make the case impossible to prove.
Yeah, see, that's what I think too. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it.
Whoa! There's a note next to Sakura. There's a note. There's a note.
Oh, we always have to check the game. I better check the Monokuma file before anything else. Victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in a rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. So doesn't that kind of basically rule out suicide? That totally rules out suicide. I'm right. Yes. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
Poison.
So maybe it's gonna be
And
like,
then someone post-mortemly hit them.
or is it the other way around? Ooh. We don't know.
We don't, but I think she was poisoned, died, and then someone made it look like it was a form of trauma.
Maybe. Or we're supposed to guess which one killed first.
Yeah.
Ooh, exciting.
ね
I think the case this time might be a challenge.
Why is that?
え。それは
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from the inside of the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door.
So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out until we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right? A funny joke, haha. You referenced the other game that you guys make. Wow.
Did they?
Yeah.
It's called the...
The zero escape. That's what it's called, the zero escape.
that's funny.
Wow. Wink.
Right, I'm sorry. Ding. In other words, this is a classic locked room murder.
Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
ね
I'm curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails.
Sure, if you don't mind.
え。いいわ。
When you break this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is the locked room, when the locked room is created after the initial crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room.
That was actually kind of funny.
I'll lock the door.
No, wait, don't lock the door. No. No one can get in anyways, not without a key.
Well, I'll double lock the door.
No, stop.
Now it's a locked room mystery.
Wait, that just made it scarier! You're not helping.
I'm helping. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string, a simple mechanism. There are a number of variations.
So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
そう。
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
Oh.
つまり、
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. He pushes a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door. Something like that.
だけど、
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it.
Yeah, I think we could probably crop that one off the list.
そう。
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up.
What do you mean by that?
つまり、
They stay hidden, and when the door is opened, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that.
That sounds like it could have been possible. Maybe.
そうね。
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all.
Not a locked room?
つまり、
By that I mean, there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. See this in a lot of novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible.
Then you think we can cross that one off too?
ええ、
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics.
So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of the 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
そうね。
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say.
I see. The way the killer set up the locked room, until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else.
I totally think Yeahhhhh killed her. Let's check that note.
This looks like some kind of wrapper. Oh, that's... Do you recognize it, Hina?
それは、
Well, yeah. I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So, after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura? I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on it. You really like them that much?
だって、
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. Okay, that's just a question. But now, they've all lost their flavor.
Hmm?
Hina.
I'm really scared about that, actually.
Yeah, I'm seeing where that might lead to, too. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of the bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure.
I'm really scared.
Sakura drew her last breath sitting... that's really hard to say. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood?
Not a chance.
Byakuya.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location.
Interesting?
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree?
No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died.
Wasn't there blood behind her?
On the bottle, yeah. Oh, and then there's over here too, yeah. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died?
Guy, this is just a bad feeling all over. What do you want? It's bothering me. Go away.
He's not even trying to hide how much he despises me. Better go before he crushes my soul completely.
Sorry,
I'm just clicking things.
Right.
But for Sakura to...
But for Sakura to have been killed.
Yeah, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
She certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand?
They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly. They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. Those other...
There's some kind of plastic. Oh. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty.
Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you.
I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem lab.
But that's strange.
Huh? What is?
You see what's scattered all around the can?
Shards of light blue glass. It must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it.
Why does that matter?
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on.
Important clue? Not sure I see how.
So someone broke the glass...
Before we did? How's that possible?
They must have replaced it?
You can't...
I don't know.
I don't think you can do that with glass.
But that's the only thing that could make sense with a term.
I don't understand. Alright, I'm just gonna wait. I don't get it. Alright, hold on. What's the button to...
Maybe Asahina? No. Oh, wait. That's where the car came from.
There we go. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how'd they get those figures inside the bottles?
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle.
Huh?
You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You've never seen that.
Oh, yeah, maybe I have.
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will.
I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. The Monokuma bottle's sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass that probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with the Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon.
Is the chest itself a... No, it's not.
We can try this over here.
Yeah, check the magazine rack.
That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. The chair over here has a thing. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get it open. There's no evidence that any kind of stringer mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it.
Is that a clock?
Yeah, does it matter?
I don't know. There's a thing on it.
It's around 1 o'clock right now. According to the Monokuma file, Sakura died around 12 noon. So roughly an hour ago. Is that when Kyoko and I were moving Alter Ego?
Friggin' Toko was nearby.
Was that the same time we were moving Alter Ego? It was only an hour ago? I thought I fell asleep for a while, but I guess...
Oh yeah, that's true.
Guess not. Alright, well, we examined Sakura's body. We haven't talked to Hina yet. We already know who did it. Yeahhhhh, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room.
Word?
What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me, she said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets. I know.
Okay. So it really is either Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro.
Maybe. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, it might be good to confirm what I heard with the three of them directly.
Alright, so Byakuya.
Nanda.
What do you want? You're bothering me.
There's something I'd like to talk to you about.
Make it quick.
Is it true that Sakura asked you to come meet her in the rec room?
So you found out. Interesting.
Then it's true?
I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster?
So you didn't go see her?
Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all.
I actually believe him. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Oi.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight.
Okay. Thanks. I guess. Okay. The other two are not allowed in here, right?
Yeah. Which means we have to go find them.
They haven't told us that we can leave yet, though. Maybe I need to take a picture of Yuri.
ね確か
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see if it lets us... No?
We can't leave?
No, not yet. Tell me what I missed examining.
Press it again?
What?
Oh, okay.
I did the claw...
There's a missing window.
Oh, the door itself. Oh, that's an idiot. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mounting system is tampered with. Okay. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of stringer mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Having examined the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved in. There's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there's no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside.
But that makes no sense. How would they have gone out?
Yeah, I don't know. That should be it.
Yeah.
Let me try leaving it. Not sure what else I'm missing here. Feels like I need to re-talk to someone.
なんなの
I've already talked to Tina.
We already talked to Kyoko. We already. Was there
Oh.
something?
Huh? The locker's open. And they're on the inside. It's a handprint?
So someone was in there?
なぜ
What's a handprint doing? Oh, this is...
What's a handprint doing there?
It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the dust.
そうね
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker, and they left behind a little something extra.
So then, maybe the
Sorry,
killer hid in here until the locker room was open, don't you think? During all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
違うわ
Fortunately, that's not a possibility.
Huh? Why not?
ね
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right?
Oh yeah, the locker was already open at that point.
ええ
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door.
Yeah. So then, what does this handprint mean?
ね
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation?
Yeah, think so. For the most part.
えじゃあ
Then you should probably go talk with the people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
いいわね
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place.
She's decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. She's right. We do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to talk to...
Hiro and Otoko.
Okay. Those other 2 probably went back to the room. Also, we still need to go to the chem lab.
True.
I'll wait for the game to tell me to do it. Sure it will.
I think Koko's like literally next door to us.
Hold on, there's a map button. I just don't remember what button it is.
Yeah, she is.
Segment.
no,
Sayaka, actually. Oh, here she is. I pressed the doorbell. And after a few seconds...
Oh.
何誰
She's saying it funny. Ugh. The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
何何なの深川さん戻ってたんだねジェノサイダーじゃなくてあいつの話しないでよ気分が悪くなるじゃないせっかく楽しい気分なのに
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
あのさ、ちょっと話があるんだけど、今いいかな。
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
なんの用よ
Huh?
I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. What?
そ
I
れは
don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she'd asked to meet with him. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said 2, didn't I? I just know it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get to know. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Uncle claimed she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept this fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that,
Shirko looks him straight in the eye and says, "It's all over now."
Oh, what?
I shook her hand last week and she gave me gonorrhea.
what?
Hello? I have just one question for you. Are you ready? Am I ready for
What?
What's that? Are you ready for this Sunday night? WWE champ John Cena defends his title in the WWE
I'm trying to figure out what shit. Careful.
Yeah, okay.
Yikes. Looks like it's the Buzz versus Paleo right now.
Okay.
Oh, Lesson's on the alternate stream left.
He's going up against Yeti? I forgot who Yeti plays.
This is the Buzz versus Paleo. Let's skip that one. How do we get to the second one?
No, that's it.
This is it? Oh, Mega Man.
But why did it?
Ooh.
I want to solve murder mysteries. This is getting me too nervous.
Okay.
Oh, but wait, hold on. Let's just see where this goes.
Ooh.
Tipper Vinewood, man.
With that, Toko quickly retreated into a room. I'll leave this running over here so I can like, just check what's going on. What?
I got hurt me.
Yeah, I had to too.
Alright. That's solved mystery.
Okay. Let me turn down the volume so no one has to listen to it. Okay, now we just need
To go to Hero! Ask Dan.
Let me tell you right now, Yeahhhhh is going to reveal some information, some dumbass information.
The sky is blue. Coffee is black or brown.
No, it's not. It's a lie.
So do what you gotta go.
And after a few seconds,
Open the gym on the third day, bitch! What's up, Makoto? You need something?
yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
How did you know about that? I was gonna live forever! What, did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm gonna live forever. I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with.
Oh, all three of them know this.
Ogre told me herself that she had tasked Byakuya and Toko to come too.
Really just
Stupid. Oh wait.
What? When did Sakura tell you that?
Well, she asked me to meet with her, of course.
But didn't she write you a note?
Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. You're gonna live forever.
This is super suspicious, and he's not going to live forever. So then you went and met with Sakura?
No way! I want to live forever! So I totally did it. Why would I ever do that? Why would I ever do that?
I don't know. I was scared you told me. Yep. Definitely suspicious.
実際
Last time I saw Ogre was when he got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office. Then I went to go chug some Yeahhhhs along with some Mountain Dew and motor oil. Because I live forever! I haven't seen her since then!
While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave me?
Oh, do I still have it? Let's see.
Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
まあまあ
Nope, don't have it anymore.
With a big, goopy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh?
Why do you have that?
The rip side as Yasuhiro took it away and Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
まあまあ
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Like me.
Trash?
Yeah. Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre wants to meet with me, but never win. So, if you'll excuse me...
Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that was all there was to it. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? Definitely have to look around in the actual crime scene again. But on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room.
I guess really...
Well, sure, it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Chem lab away!
Yeah.
Backwards like a boss! You!
Just reverse all in that situation.
Did you kick the, did you kick the couch? Yeah, you did.
What?
No, you answered my question. Don't worry. There's nothing bad, I just thought that someone was knocking on the wall.
Oh.
It was actually just enough to use in the couch clip. Yeah, I'm trying not to glance at it as best as I can.
I'll turn it over.
I just want to know the result. Chem lab is on 4?
Thanks. Why? Mikado, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way.
Yeah, I got it.
I think what you meant to say, yes sir, I understand.
Yikes. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. And more importantly right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all that powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it, Chem C4.
Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this.
then this powder must have been spilled.
つまり
That's right. It could have only been around at the time of the incident.
If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow.
That looks like it's pretty bad.
Pretty bad.
Footprints in there too.
These are footprints? They're only in front of the left shelf.
And these footprints relate to the scene as a whole. We may need to sketch out the floor plan.
By we, do you mean me?
How kind of you to offer.
With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a
Sounds
piece.
just like me. Mood.
He handed me a piece of paper and a pen.
なんだ
Well, let's go. Chop chop.
Okay. So I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this?
Not bad. For you, I mean.
For me?
なるほど
So, when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left the footprints had this. Oh shit, who won that? No, go back. This one won, or yeah, I think Yeti won.
But it
that.
was like... Oh, yeah, I missed it. I'll have to check it in a second.
It would appear that whoever left these footprints had only business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
なるほどな
These footprints must be...
ありえるな
Makoto, are they yours?
No!
なんだ
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm that they're size myself.
I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said.
I see. Your feet appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints.
Unfortunately?
Yes, I really actually effing hate you. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to.
And these prints are a really valuable clue. I know whose footprints they are.
You do?
Uh-huh.
You do?
Yeah, I know.
You do?
It's gonna be hers.
Why?
Think about it. It's not Makoto's, first of all, or Makoto's a boy, so he's a little bit bigger on the shoe size, but he's still
Really?
not that tall.
Yeah, but they're still Toko.
But he's still a little bit too... It's gonna be Aoi's.
They're still Toko.
But it's gonna be Aoi's because she was the one going to get... She was getting, I don't know. It's still gonna... It's gonna end up being Aoi.
It should... No.
Look how small Toko is.
Yeah, I know.
She's my same size. There's no way it's
Wait,
Toko.
what? No.
She's like the same size. She's like the same height as me. There's no way it's Toko. It's not Kyoko either, for like the same reason. It's gonna be
Well, no,
Aoi.
shoe size.
Yeah. Okay, it could be Yasuhiro too.
Yeah.
But it's not, because he's gonna live forever.
No, he...
It actually could be Byakuya.
Yeah, it could totally be Byakuya's.
It's gonna be Aoi's! Let's go with the twist. Let's say no.
I don't know why he's having trouble against Yeti.
No, this Mega Man took out a lot of good people so far.
You did?
Yeah.
I've never freaking heard of him. Well, I have, but he's not good. I don't know. I'm just salty.
I'm so confused too. No, let's see. Okay, anyway.
I'm turning it over.
Okay. So on this selfish, it looks like a bunch of chemicals, but I have no idea what they are. Thanks.
They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss.
Isn't that kind of harsh?
なんだ
What? You think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? No! Actually! The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well.
I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf.
I guess just...
All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I consider this chart as part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf.
worry about A.
Oh.
Oh wow, he upped them up.
2-1. No, 2?
I think it's 2-2.
2. Let's see, what's on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room is probably on this shelf.
Hi, why is friggin' C9 in the A level?
All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. But wait. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Someone had put it here on accident?
In a panic after they spilled this.
On this shelf is... one look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. I should try to figure out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Soccer must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison doing from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. Alrighty, anything else? Oh, we can also examine the...
I think we examined the bottle.
Sorry, no. That's not what I meant to do. The actual powder itself, yeah. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I better not leave a footprint. I'll only take a good hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of... yes, you just said that. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4. Also, it looks like someone left footprints in the powder.
Which means it was spilled first, right?
Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident.
But it would...
and then you'd have to spill the powder first and then step on it. Yes, that's the only way it would work.
But no, like, I was gonna say, but that's according to Byakuya.
That's true, that is according to Byakuya. Nothing's up right now. That's all I can tell for now. I've already taken a good look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room.
Yeah. And like, we would have to take Byakuya's...
word for it?
Yeah.
True. Good point. Could lie. But right now we have to take everyone's word for it until we find evidence to prove otherwise.
Except Yasuhiro, who's a friggin' idiot. Which I'm
Door.
starting to agree. I'm really... yeah, I can see.
You can see it now.
Yeah, I can...
now I understand.
Yeah. That was John Cena.
Okay.
No.
Apparently these are WWE sound bites.
Apparently.
Some cutout. How's your investigation going?
I told Kyoko what Toko and Hiro had told me.
なるほどね。
Let's see. So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her.
It's all too... oops, yes, you...
Oh, but it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying.
What?
No.
Want to catch the end of this?
Sure.
Okay, don't flare voice. He knows you're
He
going
wants to.
How come not dead?
Enigma's throws are horrid.
I didn't even know that.
Or I don't know, I think they are.
I actually don't know why you decided to play Sorny. Oh, bye.
Go!
Great commentary.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh god! I'm gonna kill myself. He choked it.
Oh, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He was up. That was a choke.
I wouldn't call it a choke. A choke is like when you're 3 stocks up and then you give it away. Like what happened to White.
Oh, okay.
Okay, anyways.
Someone must be lying.
Someone's lying.
とにかく
Well, I made some progress with my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed me clues. You do well to look over them one more time.
I think Kyoko said she found a new clue involving the Monokuma bottles. Something new. Something new. Oh, I see it.
ね
So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it.
Someone should do like a,
They're chess pieces.
someone should do Danganronpa like in real life or something. You'd be like, someone will be like on the floor like gasping and they'll be like, did you figure out why he's gasping? Take a look to the right of him. Do you see the water bottle? You're like,
You're like,
that water bottle may be what he was drinking earlier. Pay no attention. Correlation. Coco, can you just tell me what it is? That's what I was
それは
Are you kidding me? I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusions, so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome.
It's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer!
I do trust you, to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with.
Only to a degree. What that was? I know what it is though.
Yeah. Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right?
Experiment.
とにかく
When you gather all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle, try to get the smaller pieces too.
Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
別にいいじゃない
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
じゃあ
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass.
Of that, Kyoko left the room. I really don't know what this is about, but... what choice do I have? Better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up,
Sorry to keep you waiting.
じゃあ
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work.
so what kind of experiment are we doing?
つまり
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights.
Compare the weights of what?
The pieces of glass you collected, and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact.
Why do you want to do that?
That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when you're done. When we're done.
ね
First, let's compare the weight of the 2 normal Monokuma bottles.
It's balanced.
つまり
All as it should be. Balance in the universe. and with a snap of my fingers. Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same.
Okay. Which makes sense. Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else can really affect the weight.
じゃあ
Now, here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now, what might we expect to see?
Well, a normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed something.
じゃあ
Okay, then let's give it a try. It's...
Huh? The broken pieces are heavier? How is that possible?
やっぱり
just as I thought.
What?
つまり
The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together,
ね
and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you.
I don't get it. The correlation between the bottles is obviously that the chess pieces change as they go up.
And the
right?
chess pieces get heavier?
No, they don't. She put two totally different ones. She put a pawn and like a bishop up. And they were the same weight, but for some reason the knight, which is below the bishop, is heavier. That makes no sense. I don't understand. Am I supposed to understand? Was it obvious? Something new. Something new. See, the one that was taken right here.
Yeah.
And then the bishop that she took is right over here.
Yeah, that's the bishop right
No,
there.
that's not the bishop, that's the... What is that thing?
I thought that was bishop. And then that's...
Oh, it is a bishop, you're right.
Yeah, that's bishop, and then that's queen.
Right.
Okay. Knight would go
Here.
here.
We weighed the bishop with a different one,
Okay.
with the pawn,
Okay.
and they were the same weight. They're all the same size? I don't understand. I'm confused. I don't care. We'll figure it out as the case goes.
ね
Correlation. The broken bottle pieces are completely intact once in a while. The broken pieces were heavier.
それはそうよ
GameStop pre-orders bankruptcy. Ow. Never had anything happen quite like that. The financial advisor board. This guy came in and gave me $5 and asked me to get pre-order bankruptcy for an entire corporation. I gave him some forms to fill out and told him that they were free, but he seemed confused. He kept asking for bankruptcy in former magazines. I'm 99% sure that does not actually exist.
So what do we think about ice cream? Do you want to do it or not?
I don't know if I can do it.
Okay.
I want to. I don't know if I can do it.
Well, I think we can get a water anyway.
Alright. Maybe he would get it for me.
What?
Maybe he would get it for me.
If I bring ice cream up?
Yeah? No, that would be taking advantage of the friend.
Wow. That took a deep dive. Oh, dang. Now I'm being taken advantage of. Oh, no.
Alright, let's see what the magazines were.
Yeah, let's finish this first. Kyoko said the magazine shelf was hiding a clue. Huh? This magazine is upside down. Someone put it back that way on.
Hakuto Ladies, Miss Muscle Japanese, Cosplay King.
Ne,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore in that detail, don't you think?
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know why I had her voice it in like a cheeky manner.
I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. This is
That's
on one of the pages near the center of the magazine. A word had been written in bold, bloody letters. It said Toka. Could this be a dying message?
so,
then it would appear you found it.
Kyoko, is this?
それは
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write with it.
A dying message. So that's why it was inverted, huh? They had to rush to put it away.
だけど
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking.
Hey, is that... That says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled. She's the killer for sure. It's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I see why you would think that, but it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious.
But even if it was written by the killer trying to frame someone, why would they put it away?
Well, who did they frame in this in the first place? We've decided they're just trying to make it impossible for us to figure out who the killer is. Right? Because who are they framing with this locked room mystery?
Well, I mean...
But
okay, we're saying...
But it's so weird because it's a locked room mystery. So we don't even know how Toko was in there. If Toko was in the locked room, we'd be like, oh, it's definitely Toko. Why didn't they just like knock Toko out and throw him in the locked room if that was the case? Having a random dying message? Like what? It's weird.
We don't know what the frick is up with Hero.
Yeah. I feel like instead of to frame someone, they're trying mostly to just...
Make it impossible.
Yeah. I gave that to Sakura. She got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little.
That was the wrapper that he had, but Aoi made sure absolutely no one got to it.
But apparently someone got to it. I think there's more to the story that we don't know. I think the body was another one.
Yeah, it was.
According to Kyoko, there's still something to be discovered from Sakura's body.
Yeah, it still looks 2D even though we zoomed in on it.
You wanted that.
Just staring off into space.
Going on about my real life. How come your teeth moving every time I see you? Oh my god, it's so
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out.
Well, yeah, I know, but...
ね
Don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it.
Unlike me. Ooh, unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. Completely unemotional.
That's rude.
It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times. I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
そうね
That's totally normal.
Then how can you...
それは
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities of dead bodies in the past.
Joker, I don't think you thought about what that sounded like when it came out of your mouth. I think you may have wanted to reconsider your sentence if you decided to say that sentence in particular. Okay, thank you. Anyway, what?
Sorry. Never mind.
Ne.
More importantly, look here. Wait, that's the powder.
Oh, it is.
So she's...
Oh, you know what? What if it's Sakura's
That would have to be it.
She walked in. That makes sense. I bet that's it. It's gotta be. It's Sakura's footprint.
Well, yeah, but that would mean she came in when that powder was already...
Knocked to the floor. Yeah.
Okay. But she knew that other things had poison in it, right?
Yeah.
I don't think she wouldn't make the mistake. She wouldn't make...
I don't think she made a mistake. No.
More importantly, look here.
Her shoes?
So.
You see the yellow powder on her instep.
Yeah, it really stands out.
No, that would mean she spilled it on her, on the shoes.
Yeah. While trying to get something from the A one? But she didn't go to C at all.
But how does
So
that
how did she
spill?
spill it and then... Oh, okay, I see. She spilled it and then walked it away? Weird.
Unless it was an accident, what if she inhaled it?
Like, it's like... Well, but then we'd all be dead. Currently. If that were the case.
Well, no, but like, oh, because we were in that chem lab.
Yeah.
Right.
なるほどね。
That powder is clue number 1.
ね
Next is a wound to her head. Look carefully.
え、そうね。
Actually, even telling you that, it's an incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain.
どうやら
I wish you would just explain the bottles.
You asshole. It's not obvious!
It appeared that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head.
What?
Okay.
She blows?
Interesting, what do you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
そう。
Both of her hands are spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
Okay. Blood blow to the head that would be fun.
So, that's what I've learned from examining her body in detail. Kyoko's animation summary.
I can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Now I'm thinking that there's a lot more credence for your theory.
For what, suicide?
Yeah. But... Well, because she spills the bottle, there's a C and A.
Mm-hmm.
So she's the only it's her footprints that walks in on in the medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
And she grabs the C. It's right there. So that makes sense, right?
But she...
But then what's with the blows to the head? That just makes no sense on top of it, right? We had like ruled out suicide because of the blows to the head. Why did the blows to the head happen at all? I don't understand that part.
I don't understand why the chair was barged.
Well, if it's a suicide, she did it. Though again, we don't know why she bothered. But maybe just to stop people from saving her for some reason.
But that bottle had like a skull and crossbones on it.
Okay, wait. I got a crazy idea.
Okay.
What if Aoi had been poisoning her for a while, and she figured it out that Aoi had been poisoning her either by accident or on purpose, and so she kills herself to stop Aoi from being the killer.
Oh,
That could.
And then Sakura writes Toko in the magazine?
To try and just off Toko because like she thinks that Toko's the one that planned it or something.
Yeah.
That makes some sense, right? The only problem is I still do not get the blows to the head. I just have no relevance. I don't get it. But otherwise, that kind of plays out, right?
Unless
I just
Nopa
think,
says her hands are spotless.
yeah, her hands were spotless.
What if she...
So then maybe she didn't knock down the powder? But then if she didn't knock down the powder, then someone else was in there fucking around with things. Because her hands can't be
What
spotless.
if
if
she
knocked down the powder.
self-inflicted the blows to the head?
She just like is poisoned. She just smashes herself in the head. But there was 2, so that's not gonna work out.
Yeah, that sucks. Your theory sounds really good.
But that's only like a motivational theory. It doesn't really explain all the reasons why.
Aoi was poisoning her? I think it would be at first I was thinking the candy that she gave Sakura, she had an allergic reaction.
Or something like that. Yeah, it doesn't matter, but it was clearly affecting Sakura in some way. That's what we think? God, I don't know.
But that puts Sakura at the chem lab when that powder was spilled.
Right. But she can't be the one to knock it down because her hands are spotless.
Oh, that's true.
So she doesn't get any on her hands for some reason. So how does that work? God, I don't know.
Oh yeah, and the blood's all the way at the magazines.
Yeah, so she's dying of poison beforehand, so that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But I don't get it. This case makes like no sense. Can I save it?
No, we can't stop it. No, we could do this. We could do this in one night. No, we could do this tonight.
No way we could
We
do
could
it
power
again.
this in one night.
No way! It's
Yes.
like, look at the time.
No, it's only 10:35.
I need
We
to-
can do this
I
in
need
2
to- I
hours.
need to get water.
We can do this in 2 hours. Okay, look, you get water and just think on it. I swear we can do this in 2 hours. We can power through this. I swear we can power through this. Here, how do we stop recording for now?
Oh, it'll stop on its own.
It will?
Oh, it won't?
That's awkward.
Awkward.